Another crash. All right, we're back. Another crash. Let's see where we left off in Blender. Thankfully, I wasn't saving when that happened. Okay. We're just waiting on Unity to load. Sorry to crash, everyone. I probably need an upgrade. Hope everyone's having a good day. By the way, if anyone's interested in tutoring, I'm opening up some tutoring slots. So happy to teach you how to make avatars. That interests you. Loading. Still loading. There we go. Okay. So we got hopefully the wrist constraints in there. Yes, indeed, they are assigned properly. That's the what we checked off just before it crashed. Now we're going to update the eye position, the viewpoint position, which we can see is very low. See this little dot right there? That's what we're looking out of. So we'll do this. I like to get kind of exact with it. So the eye's right about there. Okay. That should fix the eyes. Next, we need to figure out, is the breast lens shape working properly? If I can remember, it's gotta be right here, right? No, cloth and breast. Okay, well, that might explain why it's not working. Um, let's back up, go to the body, and that would explain why oh, just in the wrong collection. Body low poly. What is happening? Are all shape keys. I should be able to enable that. We can see it there. Sure, it's missing. Did I just dyslexia it? I can't see it. Should be right in this section. And we're not missing it in the other version. We are missing it in this version as well. Okay, good. At least we'll be able to check within Blender why it's missing. So it's not a Unity thing. Just interesting because I do see the shape keys working here. One last thing to test on the final version here for our not in the shape keys, but is it in the attributes? No. All right, let's just try rebuilding one more time. Just gonna reload the assignment. So I'm pretty sure it should be working. Sneeze. Whew. Whew. Excuse me. Unfortunately, did not fix it. Which means somehow we're losing that shape key. I think I know what it is. It has to be this order here. So do the baker first, then our other shape key fixer. Let's see if that prevents the issue. Ah, grab some water. Okay. Yeah. So missing. Okay. Maybe this was the order we had it in? Yeah. Hmm. That is the same order. Let me just make sure. we go. Hmm. Frustrating. Yeah. Has to be something above. Oh, actually, this. The shape keys are so early on. You'd expect it to work just fine. And I'm pretty sure it does. The only thing I added recently were these remove attributes, which we don't need anymore. So I'm going to remove the open mouth attribute here and here, because we have two of them. So that just leaves what we already had before, which was move closed mouth attribute and the closed mouth. So I'm hoping that that's the only issue. Additionally, we do have these other ones, the mouth forward, inward, and narrow. Those were recent additions too. Also this offset selection. I added a decent amount of stuff, but nothing that pops out to me as getting rid of or preventing this shape key from being made. In fact, why don't we put it at the very end? If we're worried about it, or normal offset mask, just for that one. Okay, yeah, so this data transfers just for that specific attribute. Okay, yeah, so I'll put it at the end. Should work fine. And if there was something removing it, hopefully this will fix that. So, okay. If not, then perhaps it is referencing an old version of the collection. That's happened a few times. Um, all right. You son of a bitch. Stick to Okay, it is there now. Oh. Interesting. So it is there now, but it's absolutely getting destroyed. So it is something about the geometry nodes, the order of the modifiers we have here. Perhaps the node itself. So if we go to geometry nodes and we're going to look at this particular one because it's referencing object, body, breast. Where is that? That must be in the breast. Here, breast and body. Breast, yes, indeed. Which it's working fine. There's nothing there that would be missing. It's K underscore breast, mask underscore breast. But it does use a vertex group. That can't be it. Yeah. Save. Name. Let's say not by name. Do exactly that one. Ooh, that's a good one. That have been it. No. Okay. Not the node, at least the kernel node logic. Which means it must be okay. Okay. It is most likely No, we do the shape. Well, do this first. It would be a shape key. Shape key fixer. But it should only target the groups. Can't be this, because that only targets a specific vertex group. It's not the whole thing. The other shape keys are fine and look proper. So this is specific to just the breast. And it looks like the attribute gets zeroed out completely. Like there's nothing left of it. So it is actually getting removed. And the only removing that we're doing that we added additionally is the poly. Right here, these two attributes. These are the only things that remove attributes. So they take that, set it. We still have the remove, open mouth, attribute. Why did we want to remove it by hand? Because it didn't do anything. At least we thought it didn't. But then changing the order brought the shape key back. Okay. Scripts the whole time. Oh. Oh, I just moved it. Wait. Interesting. Saving it. Was it the update that moved it over there? If so, something really weird is going on. Ah, okay. So yeah, still broken. Um, fuck, it's so annoying. It's working fine. So something has to be adjusting the attribute itself. It gets compiled, and then the attribute gets messed with somehow. Only that particular attribute, though. Why just that one? That's what's weird. That's what's really weird, is it's just one of the attributes. Breast shape key attribute already. That's it. Why else would I give myself an option? What's going on? Ah, okay, that's good actually. Ah, okay, good. So it's the offsetting the, of course. Of course. Okay, of course it's the offsetting the UV map because that's how we're sampling it. All right, so we should be able to leave this up top. Thank goodness. All right. Let's hope it's back in place though. Da-da-da. So close. It's so fun. It's working. Da-da-da. Please work. Thank goodness. Okay, that was annoying. Annoying side quest right at the very end. All right, fixed that. There's still one more aspect about it that does need to be tweaked. Boom. Okay, well that's updating. Let's go back to Unity. And what I'd like to do now is look at the hand poses. So when where are those gestures coming from? These ones. VRC avatar shared gesture expressions. We have all these here. And they're okay, but we can do better. So what we'll do is we will prefab. I guess we would need to open the prefab or open this prefab and then it's in here that we actually have access to it. So we'll save. Let's go back to scenes. Now, in that, we have the avatar shared. What we'll do is copy all of them. Dara. Animations. We have gestures here as well, but those are all template ones. Delete. Paste. Those are the wrong things. There we go. Avatar shared gestures. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And in this folder, we'll do tools, rename files wizard, target string, avatar shared, space with Dara, silver, dragon, space, name. Oh, okay, good. Okay, rename them. Now we also need that animator change as well. So we'll copy this. Animators, paste it here. And in here. And these are all shared. I guess they're both in there. It's not mirrored. Both the animations are in there. Okay, that makes sense. Because they're masked. Oh, yeah, that works fine. Okay. Oh, it's almost 1. Gosh, dang. So take the animations we made for the gestures. We're going to apply them to each of these layers. Like this, idle, fist, open, point, peace, rock and roll, gun, and thumbs up. All right. Then do that again for these ones. Idle, fist, open, point, peace, rock and roll, gun, and thumbs up. Beautiful. Save. Then we can hop into this particular one. We'll take the gestures here, replacing that with our silver dragon gestures. And finally, we can also take that same animator, drop it onto the avatar. So now we have access to them and we can preview each set of gestures. It's useful. Because now we can adjust thingies. I feel like Unity was expressly made to have a super obnoxious interface. That's right. Left, little, 1. Push that down, or now let's do the third. Not much better. Second, then. I guess it really would be like this. I should adjust some of those weights. No, we're not going to do that today. All right, finger gun. Go back to fist. We want to copy little, middle, and ring. Copy. Sorry. On both. Copy. Back to finger gun. Preview. Paste. Back to idle. Preview. Oh, it's fine. Open. Preview. Find. Piece. Preview. All but middle. So we want to go back to fist. Everything but middle. So that'd be little and ring. Copy. Do. Piece. Preview. Paste. Then point. Preview. Same deal. Copy. And point. Preview. Paste. Rock and roll. Preview. This one's actually just broken a little bit. It's mostly the ring finger here. Oh, interesting. There are no ring finger values anyway. So let's go back to fist. Rock and roll. Paste. Preview. Pretty close. We just want to take ring 3. Push it to negative. Copy. Paste. Good. Thumbs up is the same as fist, except for the thumb. So I'll actually just do real simple. All right. Hello, Ariso. It's my favorite responsible with their taxes person. How is you, Sam? How have you been having a nice day? We're surviving. It's been a good day so far. Definitely struggling with some geometry nodes at some point, but nothing too crazy. Oh, interesting. Right, I have on the low poly, we've got the armature modifier. We don't want that. We'll actually do clear parent. Beautiful. Bam. How about you, Ariso? What have you been up to? Working on and struggling with a dress. Okay, interesting. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, that's a good one. Loading. Oh, I'm opening up tutoring for people, so I'm gonna try to use that to fill in all the gaps between commissions. So we'll do commissions and then open up some tutoring. Rather than doing classes, I think I'll just try to help people with any of their personal projects. So, oh, I want to make this. and I'll just teach them as they go rather than like one-on-one. God, I'm sleepy. Funny enough, my reference was just a random YouTube video thumbnail. Very cool. Booba. It's very nice. I like the RGBA masking. Very cool. Down, 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 down. Oh, you're adding it to the skin too. Very cool. Nice. That's looking good. And the dress is looking super good too. Did you use a Marvelous Designer or a Blender for that? For the cloth? Yeah. There's different cube map there. Did you use Marvelous Designer? You know, I think Poyomi has a that ambient. They have like an ambient occlusion thing, and you can even use matte caps as masks. A matte cap mask with that cube map look would be kind of interesting. But it was horrible to bake that. Yeah, baking's an interesting. I use a lot of SSAO. It's super useful. You notice my hair, it uses SSAO. I can see it in good chunks of it. I haven't really messed around with it too much, but I know you can also use the SSAO as a mask. Um, and like yeah, I can see it right there on the skin. It'd be interesting to see it mask on the hair, that the SSAO. Screen space ambient occlusion. All right. Should be good. For the most part, I want to see where the people are. Okay, so it does deform the breasts a little bit, but nothing crazy. Good. All right. Yeah, let's upload and test one more time. Damn it. Damn it. Wait, what's going on? Why is I have the closed mouth? Hello, immortal polar bear king. Welcome. Time to do a backflip. That's how I break my spine. Full scorpion. Hmm. I hope to time that right. I'm at work, so I have you muted. Let's just surf around, spread some positivity. Have a great day. By Immortal Polar Bear King. Fair, Sam, the use of RGB color masking is thanks to you. Nice. I kind of tweaked to match my workflow because now I use 2 UV maps instead of just one. I use them interchangeably. One UV map to emphasize detail on some parts, another for the overall textures. Color PBR, smoothness, specularity, metallic, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you being able to swap out UV masks is so useful. In extreme cases, I'm willing to use up to 4 UVs. Honestly, all shaders should be able to allow you to use multiple UVs. I agree. I agree. I do love that Napoyomi like that's just such a useful feature. Why is the mouth open? It's like the close isn't even applying. Let's just rename it from SK. Let's just call it mouth close. This is our attribute, mouth close. Copy, paste, and paste. Okay. Just took a second to load. Hello, Oaks. Welcome. Hello. Been a while. Tried to use some channel points for confetti, but it didn't work. You owe me some confetti, Sam. I do. I've been super lazy about my stream rewards. I want to move it all into a VR world. I'd really like to sync all those stream rewards with a VR chat world or something. I think that'd be a blast. I got like 25K, so I'll hold on to them until they get set up. Haha. Good. You should. You definitely should. Life been treating you well, Oaks? Have you been doing any 3D printing stuff recently? Or I think last time we spoke, you were moving. Okay, so that's not what's causing the issue then. No complaints, most went well. I designed a card shipper that doubles as a display stand. Okay, very cool. Card shipper that doubles as a display stand. Okay, very cool. I was looking into I don't know what kind of printer you have, but there's a really interesting like so in like manufacturing, so factories and stuff, they have a lot of parts that they not only use a lot of but are forced to replace for like regulations. So things like spinning motors, they use like little rubber couplers um, for that, um, so it doesn't like chafe the metal. But what's interesting is you can actually print uh, regulation compliant parts for that, for those just off a standard 3D printer. Any like rebar spacings, a bunch of like little tiny pieces that basically companies are almost always running out of because they just need so many of them. You could even just start printing them and then like you put them on Alibaba or Amazon or something. And anyway, I like that idea. Not really a direction I would go myself, but like I've been looking at some 3D print farms, and it's been interesting to see how the hobby space is now like just starting to blend very directly with like manufacturing, where before like 3D printing was such prototypes and just one-off things, but now it really seems to be coming into its own. Um, like you can print 3D print screws, and at first like, oh well, why would you 3D print screws? But it turns out that with 3D printers, you can actually print stronger than normal screws. Like it's actually better than standard manufacturing at making screws, which is fascinating. And you can sell them for like a lot, like insane margins, 80% margins. Ender 3, Bamboo Labs P1P, and looking to get a Centurion, but we partner with Marked Forge and A3D. Okay, very cool. So they're like a, um, is that like a printing distribution, or what would be the word for it, Mark? Interesting. Ooh, very cool. I feel like it totally would just eventually be the case. They're cool ideas I used to design and create stuff for local card shops till they closed. I'm working with a Pew Pew shop for some custom stuff. Ooh, very fun. Mark Forge is a manufacturer, and A3D is a one-stop shop. Okay. Let's just try one thing. Just remove this one and bake it. Do we still get the gap? Well, I hope that continues to go well. Sounds like it's definitely a super interesting space to be in. so that's not it. Ugh, hate getting stuck just updating things. Having fun. I'm slowly getting back into Blender for the animation stuff. But let's chat for another time. Just stop in to say hello. Twitch sent me a random notification you're live, but gotta get back to work. Hope you have a great rest of your day with work. And yeah, I'd love to chat with you about Blender sometime. My true love, Blender. Get you later, Oaks. Bye! Hmm. So it is something with my mod stack. This is so annoying. Okay. Maybe I can. So the offset UV map is the main thing. Let me just move this down here. Maybe closed mouth can go down here. And remove closed mouth attribute. Be last. There's just something about how that modifier stack is interacting that is not going. Load. Okay. Please load. All right. How is that happening? It's interesting white canvas you have there. Wait, this is Blender. So it's basically like this attribute here, the closed mouth, isn't happening at all. Have I used any of your tools? Not in quite a while. Oops. I mean, I've just been kind of away from stuff. Why do you have so much black magic in your modifiers? OMG, how do you even do that? Well, I go insane, and then it's getting simpler over time, but it's been nice because everything's in its separate object, and I get to compile it down. But it's taken me a while to get it working. Simpler. But it's just adding these collections together. It just basically takes all the objects, duplicates them, merges them together, and then down into a final object. So all the different body collections get turned into this final body object, and then I can run some. I can just add any script I want at the end to do some more processing. I like it, especially because it works with geometry node data, most importantly. So you can convert any point float value into just a vertex group at the end after a modifier, and any vertex point attribute into a shape key. Yay, it worked. All right, there we go. You're officially the Dark Mage. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. I bestow the title upon you. I've got some more tricks up my sleeve coming soon. I've had some interesting thoughts about some stuff. Well, I might as well just tell you. I don't know. You seem pretty familiar with AI stuff. I want to make a shader neural renderer. So like train a model to render just one object, just that one object as well as it can. Give it like texture lookups if it needs it, something like that, and see if I can get that running in real time. Because you can actually load that in VRChat, which is cool. Bestow the title upon you. Also. May or may not have gave you a little bit of advertising recommending your store to a friend. Thank you. He's making a werewolf world, and I showed him your stuff. He might probably not buy, but hey, the thought of talking about your stuff is good. I certainly appreciate it. It's a fully face track werewolf. So I'd be happy to. If he's making a world, I'd be happy to give it to him for free if he just gives me attribution. Yeah, if it's going to be like a character in the world or something, as long as he credits me, I'll give it to him for free. Just export. Yay. Okay, that means final check off on my list. I'm gonna go put on my VR headset. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm using my VR headset. You can't see me on the cam, but I'm in my VR headset right now. And we're just booting up VR chat. Hopefully, I'm not too loud. There we go. Cheese. Queso. Oh, you know what would have helped? Just uploading the avatar. That probably would have been a good idea.
All right, I'm back. Just swap it between. I had set up my camera really quick, but let's make sure a character is uploaded. Test. Ignore the buns. That's just VRC Fury. Oh, but how you been doing, Arisa? Your commission's going well? Have you applied for the Avatar marketplace yet? Literally about to deliver the files for a commission. Me too. This is one I'm wrapping up right now. Teamwork, sort of. Actually punched it there. Also, I got a new cat. Doing the same. Haha, that's so cool. Good. Can't see him. I don't know if I showed off my new cat. He's sleeping, so I'm gonna leave him alone. But down here, a little stray. When are you going to make a purchasable reward for one head pat on your cat? I totally should. So I don't know when this will happen, but I am enamored with the idea of getting all my stream rewards working in a VR chat world, where you could, if you went into the VR chat world and things were redeemed on my stream, stuff would happen. No idea when. We'll get around to that, but I really like the idea. All right, I'm gonna jump back in VR again.
Okay, and it should be working from my VR headset now. Also, I also made this avatar that drops a promotional sign into worlds. I don't think this is how I'm going to promote myself moving forward, doing stuff like this, but I have some other thoughts on how I'm going to do that. But I thought it was kind of fun. You can just drop the billboard in the world, walk around, and just drop it wherever. So it's pretty cool. Be amazing and easy to make if VRC wasn't this limited. Fair. Udon scripting's pretty good. I don't know how it'd work, but exactly how it'd work. But I know you can interact with websites on some level. What was I going to do? At the very least, I could feed in my OSC. If I had it working on my end, my local computer, I could feed that data through OSCs to drive synced values for other people. Okay, I was gonna put on my avatar. Why is it so small in the thumbnail? Just an itty bitty guy in that thumbnail. Interesting. The wings are very fun. They could use a lot more motion. The frills look nice up top and on the side. Maybe a little bit more wobble there. But the wings are barely moving. I don't think they're moving at all, actually. Tail looks good. We can talk now. Hello, everyone. 'Tis I, Dara. Oh, it looks like the goatee's still enabled by default, and I don't particularly want that. So we're going to turn that off. Oop. Okay. Why am I... Oh, that's the frickin'... It does that every time I update the blend shapes. See the eye closing? That's because the avatar descriptor loses track of blend shapes all the time. Okay. So the main one we needed to test that wasn't working before was the breasts. Bada boom. Nice. Oh shit, and that thumbs up. Oh. What the hell? This is normal. Oh, the constraints aren't limited on the axis. Okay, so axis constraints, goatee. Axis constraints, goatee, and wing physics. And the eye. Eye.
I need to write this down real quick. So let's go to Trello. Eye blend shape. Wrist. Constraint. Axis. And then wing physics. And then that's it. Oh, the thumbs up. Okay, a bit unhappy about this commission, but that's fine. I'm graduating from commissions and just dedicate myself to products. This commission is a literal proof of why I'm graduating from them. Well, that's a great idea. First of all, that is a fantastic idea. It's tough because commissions. Oh, it's raining. Commissions are like good to have. They bring in money, but it's hard to manage because you just have this one lump sum and you have to make that last as long as possible. I think it really will come down to finding some smaller commissions to sprinkle in there, like really bite-sized ones, or who knows, but I need to be thinking about that as well. Did you get into the marketplace? Sorry if I missed. I think I asked it earlier, but I forget if I missed your response. Okay, so risk constraints here. Basically, this should be this. And can rotate this way, but going this way doesn't do anything, and going this way doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty good. No, I haven't. Doesn't really interest me because I want to make outfits and clothes first. Maybe in the future I'll make avatars. Okay, that's pretty smart. Yeah, just focusing on making clothes for really popular avatars would be super good. My client did some shitty moves with me, and I had to reduce my price for a simple mistake I made, and they even brought a third party to give their opinion about it, which was very hurtful to me. That's happened to me before. There was a person named Rogue, and they just Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. Uh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That really is like a shitty place to be. Okay, wrists are fixed. Eye blend shape. Wing physics. You're always welcome to reach out if you're in a tough spot with clients like that. I'd be happy to at least just commiserate because it does suck. Oh shit! Look at the claw tips. We're missing the mirrored group there. And that is fallacy of authority because if I'm not mistaken, the third party they brought it. It's either related to or part of the Jinxie team. They were saying that there were super successful artists, whatnot, which basically felt as if they were validating whatever I said on regards to the commission. You know, there's just some extremely clicky, like dramatic behavior from VR chat communities, which has never been my favorite part of the whole space. And they really just get into these odd power structures where it gets really kind of disturbing, to be honest. So I'm really scared of becoming a public artist. I'm really scared of other artists and other people. Just want to live my own world, not get involved with anyone because the drama is too much for me. That's oh, hey, sorry. No, just chewing on the plant. This is my new noodle. Hello, hello, and yeah, the drama. It's tough. I just keep in mind that there's always going to be people like that. And you don't even have to do anything for them to treat you that way. Like, regardless of business or anything else in life, some people are just straight up going to try to tear you down for no reason. Uh, and you just shouldn't be afraid to be yourself in front of people like that because screw them. Like, you don't owe them anything. Can you get off my computer? Thank you. You're cute, but I need my space. Oh, that was fast. Faster than I expected. Okay, cool. Let's just look at the wing real quick. Welcome back. All right, looks like the claws are staying on. Good. Those vertex groups are not super hot. That's kind of garbage, actually. Let me back up. Remember that I will also make a YouTube channel that very well make tutorials for VRC, Modular Avatar, Union, Blender, everything dedicated to VR chat, avatars, and world creation. Okay, my dreams become #1 channel that everyone goes to learn stuff about VR chat, avatar, and world creation. Oh, I'm muted? Can you not hear me at all? Okay, you can't hear me. Gotcha. That's the edit collection for the clothing. I'm going to go to the wings. I'm going to look at them right here. And I think it'd be great to take them all and just smooth selected pose bones. And we can't do that because of this data transfer. Let's just apply that. Try it again. Smooth. All right, that looks pretty good. Do that. Beautiful. Update them one more time. Yeah, I'm trying to make some shorts as well, just at least to promote what I'm doing and stuff. And what I've realized is one little technique that seems to be exciting is just making sure that whenever I'm recording, it's already set up in like a vertical format, and I'm just minimizing the post production as much as possible. That seems to be a nice way to move quickly with it. He's scampering. He's scampering. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, that should be good there. There's one final thing we'd like to do, which is to adjust the animations here, specifically for the thumbs up, because it is garbage. It's a garbage thumbs up. Need to adjust this. Not garbage, but pretty close. Right about here. Something like a little less. All right. I have my friend who's a professional video editor, and he gave me very good tips on how to make videos. I do also have the experience making videos, so pretty confident the quality of videos is going to be great for anyone who wants to learn. Well, good. That is very good. Definitely kind of a 2-for-1 deal. You know, you advertise your knowledge and your products all in one go. Okay. Upload one more time. Naturally, an audience and exposure is something incredibly important for this. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can just throw a 3 seconds ad advertising my stuff in the videos, and no one's going to complain because they will not even have a chance to skip it. Exactly. Ooh, I just heard some thunder out there. All right. All right, I'm gonna have to hop back in VR.
All right. Back here, and then just need to click VR chat and reload our avatar. Boom. Ah! Nice. Okay. That looks good. The eyes are fixed. The wings look a lot better. And should have... Ooh, we'll need to make some... We have some options for puppeting the tail. I can just throw 3 second. Oh, I saw that. And turn down the tail sway. Clothing. Cool. All right. Good stuff. All right. All right. Actually, we're going to hop back into VR. Bum, 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 bum. Just going to do a little recording real quick. Darn, okay, I guess I have to.
We're gonna open up. I take my leave now. It was really nice to talk to you. Same to you, Riso. Enjoy your day. Have a good one. And good luck with your products and commissions. I'd be love to keep in touch on that. Maybe we can make like a world together to promote stuff. Good luck with the comment. I wish your client gives you 200 USD in tips. Thank you. Later, Risa. Bye. All right, we're going to open up another OBS. OBS number 2. There we go. You can see it here. And I should be able to switch my profile to vertical video. It's very useful. And now we're going to try to set up to do a little recording in VR. Just show off the features of the character.
We'll do something over here. So. Oh. Right. I can just record directly in VR. I don't even need a second OBS. Though that would be useful at some point. Whoa, I just got some intense vertigo. Whatever. Okay, so we got our camera. All right. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's move this back a little. Oh, sorry. Smoothed. Look at me. And then, can I do an offset for that? That'd be super useful. All right, so something like that. Okay. Now, how do I record? All right, it's already getting output. Oh, sorry, everyone. I didn't realize you're sideways. You know what? Maybe we'll just switch it back for now. Does that not switch it for you? Interesting. Well, I broke that. Okay, let's figure it out. So, basically, I'm assuming the screen. I'll have to go into the properties here and just flip it. No, I guess that is what VR chat's outputting now. So it's not the display or game capture. It's game capture. Okay, so it's whatever is getting outputted here. Weird. Oh, I see. I'm just turning the camera. Duh. And camera mode. Where did it go? I don't know any of these controls anymore. There we go. Oh no, that's flip, rotate, smoothing, audio, spout, camera, take photo, camera mode, print, emoji, no. Up here, mask, pins, focus, behavior. Stream resolution. Is it still coming in sideways? Why is it sideways? Maybe I just gotta turn it off. Okay. Ugh. Too many menus. There's like 8 different menus I can go in. One spot. Turn off the stream. Go to Steam. Okay, this is the right view. So it is definitely just whatever VR chat's outputting that's broken. And assuming because it's coming in here, it must be something related to camera mode. We do the camera dolly. I can undo here. I can rotate it here, but that's clearly not it. Timed. Nope. Audio, flying, focus behavior. Ask dolly. Stream resolution. I don't understand. Why is it stuck that way on the stream now? Alright, well, enough of that.
That was getting annoying. I don't know why my camera was stuck in vertical mode. Was it because I had these two OBSs? I don't think so, but I guess I can't rule that out. Tail separates from the hips during the idle wag. Either way, I'm going to get it over to you right now, and we'll probably discuss what options we have next. There's only so much time I'm going to be able to invest in each and every aspect. At the end of the day, we're going to have to just decide when it's done. But I will go ahead and get this over to you right now. We're going to go ahead and remove the pipeline and remove this animator just in case. We'll do a big ol' save. We'll apply the overrides to everything. Then do I have a prefab for him? Yeah. Silver Dragon Mail. Should probably just rename it Silver Dragon. It's only the file name that says that. Silver Drago. Boom. Okay. Cool. Save that. Delete this original scene. I'm gonna rename this one. Boom. Then we're going to export this entire folder. Let's see what it tries to grab. Ooh. Oyomi, VR Forge. That all looks correct. Export that. Might as well just move it over right now. Unity packages. So obviously isn't going to be Quest compatible, but how far do you think it is from that? Should I even add that to the list of things to do? Whoever I get to do the internals. There are a lot of. I think you might want to think of it like you're just making a separate version. The main things that for sure can't transfer over are like shader things. So like the little tiny scales, how many materials you have. It's basically like PC to mobile version. For all the body morphs, technically you could include those. You just would have less geometry, so some of them might it would look a little polygonal. But certainly, like SPS related stuff, you're talking about like the internals, those um, don't really work on Quest, as far as I am aware, unless you have a world for it. You can't make the avatars work. Actually, let me see. As long as you have lights, as long as you can add some lights, you can do it. I don't think you can add lights to Quest avatars. I don't even see the option for mobile. By the way, you can definitely get a lot of the features, but it is kind of a case-by-case basis. Weirdly, I've seen an SPS avatars working on Quest, but only with really specific avatars, and I don't know why, because others very much don't IDK the difference. I suppose you could make it with a purely avatar dynamics, which is all like standard VR chat stuff, like Fizzbones. But they'd be very limited, more limited. I'm putting this into my client work folder. We'll just make a big new one. I don't know if we already have a folder that we've been sharing files with, but I'm going to get this over to you. We must already have one. But I'm going to make a new one because I need to reorganize my, my computer. It's 50 minutes. Okay, that should work. All right, so we'll go to Discord. Well, is the well, sent you a message on Discord. Probably going out on a limb here. Assume you're not going to be doing the other commission on stream. That would be a problem for you, lol. Yes. Yeah. We'll have to think about that. I might actually do a just switch over to another streaming platform like Picarto. Okay, I just shared it with you, and I'm also going to send a link to the folder in it lets me click it in a Discord. Pin that to our message history. Fine. That makes a lot of sense. Definitely can't watch that stream at work though, Lamau. All right, I think I'm gonna have to call it here for the stream. Dara, enjoy testing the files. Should have a decent amount of customization and features for you. I'm sure there'll always be things to iron out. There's, I think you have a strong sense of what additional things you want, but I think moving forward for any changes on the dragon, we'll just have to discuss them on a kind of a feature by feature basis. The one thing that I know for sure is missing right now that I'll have to send you an update for is that the wings, the tail has a puppet you can control, so you can move it around, and I want to make one for the wings too. That's the only thing that's for sure missing currently. Anyway, I got to get going, so Dar, I will chat with you later. Feel free to message me on Discord. Anyone else that is lurking right now, thank you all for hanging out. Foxhound, if you're out there, tomorrow we'll be sinking our teeth into doing the wolf, getting that wrapped up, or getting a good head start on that. I think we're going to be moving things along, but we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. We'll do Captain. I'll give the full workout and start taking notes so we can talk about that stuff that won't get finished.